Hello everybody, this is a life story, documentary about a struggle that I had. And what makes me really want to bring it out is so many other young men, boys, just the male gender period, are going through this, and United States society thinks this is okay. They just roll with it, and everybody shrugs their shoulder, closes their eyes, closes their ears. If it was happening to you, you would probably feel different. So one of the main reasons to do this is the inspiration of two little girls who are my granddaughters, that I don't know them and they don't know me. Part of the miscommunication and alienation from their dad transfers over to me. And I want this to be a message to them, to let them know that they're not forgotten about. I tried. I've been fighting too much. I really wanted to give this up, and I'm gonna put a lot of people on the wall of shame for doing this, because you're a condoner of it. I mean, it's human trafficking. You can't be a moral person and use kids for revenge and money, basically. What's behind me is a video of documentary that, through my struggle, I just, for whatever reason, didn't know why then, maybe it's more apparent now, to display the injustice, the criminality behind what everyone who has something to do with this nonsense is showing. So, the video is silent for right now. I'm talking over it. There will be a download of the full volume of it. Let's be very clear. I have already discussed this documentary with my son, with his mom. I have forgiven her a long time ago. It was too hard to carry that hate and anger. So it really broke down about maybe 8 years ago. She called me and she said something. She wanted to complain about my son after she put me through this, and he was 18 then. And I'll never forget, I think I even saved the text. I saved the text, and she said, "Oh, this happened, you need to talk to your son, blah, 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 blah." I said, "Hey, check this out. He's 18 now. For what you put me through, you can never talk to me again in life unless you're willing to admit to your wrongdoing, write a letter, go down to the Title 4D Crime Family Office, which is child support. We'll get into that, which that name needs to be abolished. That's a ridiculous title for a business for profit that uses kids for revenge and money." But anyway, it didn't take her long at all, and it was a great relief of my own heart not to be able to forgive her literally for that, because I never thought it was her fault. I thought it was a lot of other power behind her that pushed her into doing that. I don't think she would have did it on her own. But I mean, with a whole lot of coaching and people saying cheerleading, and from everyone who, you just look at the video. But anyway, she wrote a letter. She went down there with me. I'll never forget when she went down there, they were kind of stunned, because at that point she had her own words. She was like, "Leave him alone, he's a good dad, whatever, da 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 da. I was wrong." And it had to be the supervisor, probably the guy who was Denise Matthews' supervisor, and that's going to come up. This is a lady who is one of the most corrupt people in the business. She threatened me. I'll read the letter. Anyway, they said that they went back on the computer and they said, look at we have documents, or look at all the stuff she said about you, all the things you did, blah, 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 blah. And I thought about it, and my response was, and you listened. And listen what she's telling you now, how wrong she was. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get to the meat of everything. And another thing that brings this out is, what happened is, besides this, I've always been a recorder since phones started to record. So I might not be able to, and even in this video, you see a lot of shaking and unstableness. Back then, I was scared to videotape the police. Let's keep it real. I would have been dead already. I mean, they were looking for me to really attack them, as you'll see. And when you hear the volume edited video of what I was saying and what they were saying. But anyway, more on this. That's just a background reminder. So, on August 3rd, I went down to AAA to pay a bill. To pay a bill and get a registration or something. So, this is how many suspensions I have. This is actually how many times Title 4D has suspended, reinstated my license. I think I counted like 24. This is how many times that I've saved everyone. But anyway, almost everyone. So, I go down there. I go down to AAA. This is August. No, hold on. I go down to AAA, and this is August 3rd, and I say, I want to pay a bill. And she said, I want to pay my insurance. So she goes on the computer. She says, you can pay the bill. We're going to suspend your, cancel your insurance because your license is suspended. I said, my license suspended? I said, for what? And she goes on there. I knew what it was. And she said, oh, it's child support. And so immediately I bring up a bill that in 2018, Governor Brown put out. And it was Bill AB 103. And he said that basically you can't suspend licenses no more for debts. It had to be for a true traffic violation and something like that. So I probably even said that. So anyway, I recorded that conversation with the lady. So when so this is me at the DMV, August 3rd, 2020. And let me see, I have to find it. Ooh. But this is the, just bear with me because I want to show you how normally when I go through the suspensions, it would take, they always say, so what happens usually, I go down to the Title 4D crime family building, which is child support. Let's call it what it is. It's a business for profit that's not a part of the government. So it's a single and separate unit. So, and it's fraud on the court. And help me with this because I'm not a lawyer. So let's be clear that the reason, and this is a tearjerker, because if you see the videos, when you see the expression on my kid's face, and I didn't realize it till probably years, a decade later, I happened to be looking at the video, and I see how sad he looked, and what I was also putting him through. But to me, I didn't have no choice, really. and it's a book. This is a book. This is a mini series of movies. It's a true documentary, and it needs to be put out. Call out to Tyler Perry, Spike Lee. I'm pretty sure someone in your realness, you should be jumping on this. Rappers, music artists. Hey, where's the music about this? Nas did one. Lupe Fiasco the best. He said, he say, she say. Talib puts out a lot of good knowledge on those subjects. But, okay, back to this. Let me find. This is the recording of the AAA building. I'm thinking it's touch tone. I'm trying to touch it, and it's like, say touch tone. Okay, here we go. Let me see which one I got. Testing. No, that's not it. Hold on. You're with me.
Back on January 23rd. Upon 00871.
Hold on.
February 26th at 4:18 p.m.
Pause. Can you pause?
This
Record.
is August 3rd,
Record.
2020.
So this is
recording
the recording
of the video
from AAA.
Of the day after I was told that my insurance wouldn't be renewed because my license was suspended by Title 4D contractors. This is the recording of me inside the office of Title 4D.
Oh no, that's not the one I wanted. Stop. Pause it. Pause it. That's not the one I wanted.
This is the recording inside AAA Highland, California, August 2nd, 2020.
So the suspension in January, on January 23rd of this year. So, let me see if I can push out the letter of recommendation with Cynthia. If it doesn't happen immediately, just so you know, we have up to 30 days to get that reinstated as part of your renewal, okay? So the quicker you get that done and come back to us, the quicker you can get that offer. So let me see if I can find that time. Yvonne? Yes. Are you with a member? No, not right now. On your access to the, do you still have in there the SDON access? Yes. Are you able to get letters, recommending letters that are mailed? I may be able to. You want to? Let's see if I can. Okay. Anderson, if you want to pull up print the underwriting letter that was made.
Well, that's amazing. I actually asked the agent about it too when I was reinstating or whatever, changing my insurance, and I asked him about that. He said no, basically, or he didn't want to tell me that it was
Well, I
suspended.
spoke with him on 7/15, and I'm gonna be honest, the letter from underwriting is dated 7/17. So in his defense, he would not have known about it at that time.
How is it dated 7/17 and you said it was suspended in January?
Oh, because we don't run your license mid-year. I just ran your MDR, and I can see when it was suspended, but we didn't run it and send the cancellation until 7/17. So in his defense form, he put on the 15th, he would not have known about it. He honestly wouldn't have.
So you only run it every
We never
month?
change your policy. We never change your policy other than renewal. So you can come in and make changes to cars, all that kind of stuff, but for you, we run your driver's license one year, one time a year, right before renewal. So we would never know.
So they're not even, so they're only giving you guys half of the scam. They're not, even though you're participating, they're not telling you the full gist of it.
We can do whatever, but it's not a scam. Again, our requirements are to the driver's license.
Yeah, I mean, no, but I get that you're working with the business for profit Title 4D. It's not child support, it's Title 4D. It's a business for profit. So it's but I understand. I'm just saying that I know what's going on, so therefore it's hard for me to just throw it over my shoulder.
I'm not asking you to throw it over your shoulder. I'm just letting you know that we can't offer the
I appreciate it. No, I appreciate it, and that's fine. I understand that. So I guess really there's nothing I can do actually, huh?
No, because I can get the letter that they sent to you, just telling you about it.
Yeah, I need that way.
Go to the DMV.
Yes,
So.
I can go to the DMV.
Can you find it, or you need me to just call MIR?
Yeah, we're gonna need to call because it shows that
Okay, so anyway, people, so she gets me a copy
No, I got it. Okay. Not anything.
of,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to.
look, see, I apologize too. Listen, you guys,
Do you
I'm
have
like
your
that.
mailing address? The letter was mailed.
membership and insurance is gone.
It was mailed on the 17th. Good morning.
Okay. But anyway,
Got this back on January 23rd.
so that was August 3rd. I go in there and I experienced that. So normally when this happens, I go down to the Title 4D crime family building, which is child support, aka, but they'll never support your child. If you think they will, drop your child off. Or how's that working out during this pandemic? Are they really supporting your children? Okay, but anyway. So I go in there and I ask for my license to make a payment so that my license can be reinstated. So the reason it was suspended is because I only make a $25 a month payment. That's all I'm down to paying. And every once in a while they'll threaten me. They'll say, oh, even though you've been making your payments on time, we're going to suspend your license anyway. And one of the ladies was telling me, oh, it's just part of the system. The computer does it anyway, whatever. So when they did that, I'm like, okay, well, let's see how that works out for you. You won't get a payment. And they did. They sent me that letter in November, whatever. And, I'm rolling every cent. I drive more than the police and everybody. But anyway, one of the other things that I do want to point out is what AAA did is they specifically targeted one of my vehicles. Out of 3 vehicles I have insured with them, they targeted this one right here. And for some reason I would get a notice of suspension, but only for that vehicle. I'm like, it's not like you make separate payments. I make the same payment. So I got a video of that too. I went in there and I videotaped that dude, and I asked him, I went and talked to one of the agents or whatever, and he's scratching his head, and you know, this is all a part of systemic injustices, racism, prejudice. It's just what they do. I mean, I'm black, so let's keep it real. They trying to take everything they can from me, make sure I don't have anything, and make sure my kids don't end up with anything, let alone my grandkids. Make it so I can't get anything or do anything for them. So, okay, now, anyway, back to this. So, the trip about this time is I recorded them that time. And every time I would call to get insurance, I would record that conversation with the agent. And I would ask him, I would say, hey, can you do a license check, make sure my license is okay? I don't think I had any tickets or accidents, something like that. And most of the time, all the time, they would check and they would say, no, it's not coming back suspended. I say, wonder how, why, what's really going on? Okay, whatever. So just give me insurance. But not knowing that it depends on who you go through, certain insurance companies, they charge you more knowing that your license is suspended. So for me, it's only like $10 more. I have a perfect driving record, knock on wood. And I drive a race car, knock on wood. That's what it goes by. So if they see you have a suspended license, for me, it's like $10 more. I don't even want to pay that $10 more. I'm like, no. You know, I have a license, whatever. So they never really told me. I have a recording of that. So the biggest thing about getting the license reinstated is, so I go down to Title 4D, I pay. Normally, this is what happens. I'm going to show you what happened this time, and I'm going to let you hear what happened because I recorded it. And this was August 4th, 5th, a couple days after I went to AAA. I went down to the Title 4D crime family building. And normally, they give me here, I have one right here. Oh no, I don't, it's in my other pocket. But anyway, they give me a release of license, to release my license. And they say, okay, here, pay your $25. Here goes your release, it's signed. You have to wait 2 weeks, maybe more, 3 weeks, and then call the DMV or go down there, and by then it'll be in the system, and and then you got to go down to the DMV, I paid $20 or whatever. One day the lady had jokes. I said, oh, I need to pay for my license to be reinstated. How much is it? And she was like, well, it depends on what it was suspended for. And when I told her, she was like, that's only $20. Like, she was disappointed, really, because it wasn't like $500 for a 502 or something. But anyway, usually you got to do that, and then it's reinstated. You get a paper saying it's reinstated. So this time, I didn't do that. I didn't go down to the DMV. I went down to the Title 4D building. I got it, the reinstatement. You're going to hear that video. There's comedy in there. I recorded it, and that I'll download that. So I'll download all the videos I have. This is a tell-all. You guys getting all this information. I was on a secret mission investigation undercover. So that's what I was doing. I was undercover for black people. For what you doing to our kids. When you decided to use my kid, you messed up. So anyway, so here goes some of the meat of the stories. And here goes this recording I'm going to play for you. So instead of going down there to the DMV, paying the reinstatement, doing it like that, I waited not even a week, I think. Well, the date's on here, actually. The date header is going to be on there. But let me give this lady credit. She was awesome. She took everything I threw at her because I throw all the laws. And I'm like, well, first off, it's, you mean, because first thing I asked, I said, okay, you guys said my license suspended. Did I have a ticket? Did I get an accident? Something I don't know about? No, oh, it's for child support. Oh, it's for child support. Well, do you know about Bill AB 103 that Governor Brown put out that says you can't do that? Do you know about the Department of Justice 9-page letter, March 14th, 2018, that said you guys can't do that anymore? So again, where's the Department of Justice at this? How do you guys let these corrupt counties and cities use our kids like this? This is a problem for every homeless person out there. Do you really think they had a dad? Every kid that's in a gang, that's a thief, that's into a female that's into mischief, do you really think they had a dad to support them? No, I don't think so. But this is what happened. So I want to give this lady credit because she took everything I threw at her, and in the end I had to apologize to her. I said, you know what? I know why they did this. I'm sorry, don't even worry about it. I said, I'll just get insurance from Geico. That's what I told her. I said, Geico takes me, they charge me $10 more, forget about the AAA. And she told me, she said, no, this is my job.